Okay, so on to the next track in Sonya's Rebel Rhythms, man. This one over here is Leonard Cohen. We've reacted to Leonard Cohen before. I actually really like his music. It's got a 70s feel to him. I think he actually is from the 70s if I'm not mistaken. This one over here is called You Want It Darker. We've never reacted to this or even heard this before. The message over here is Leonard Cohen wrote this when he was 81 years old. It explores Cohen's acceptance of his own mortality upon turning 82. Hineni means I am ready, Lord. Okay, fire, man. The last track we actually listened to of his was A Million Kisses Down or something like that. I can't remember what the exact name is, but that song was absolutely fantastic. So very excited for this. I think he's a great storyteller. And let's see what we've got. For those of you who are interested in the custom series product, you know where to find the link down in the pinned comment. Let's rock and roll, man. Let's see what we've got. Leonard Cohen, You Want It Darker. Let's go. So just before we carry on, just want to let you know as well, the video has been faded. I have to do that purely for copyright purposes. Sometimes I just put like a copyright filter on top of that, which people really do not like. So I'm trying different ways of doing this that you can still somewhat see the video without it being too like annoying. But yeah, so just to let you know that that's why we're doing that. Let's carry on.
If you are the dealer, I'm out of the game. If you are the healer, means I'm broken and lame. If thine is the glory, then mine must be the shame. You want it darker, we kill the flame.
Ooh, you see, the way he storytells is absolutely fantastic. It's like, if you're the hero, then I am the shame, right? And then if you are if it must be darker, then let's kill the flame. Fire, man. Talking about death in terms of actually a metaphor for death is actually very fire.
Kill the flame. Magnified, sanctified be thy holy name. Vilified, crucified in the human frame. A million candles burning for the help that never came. You want it darker. Hineni, I'm ready, my lord. There's a lover in the story, but the story's still the same. There's a lullaby for suffering and a paradox to blame. But it's written in the scriptures and it's not so.
I love that. There's a lot of suffering and there's a paradox to blame. Fire, man. That is actually a very cool line. But then again, I told you this. Leonard Cohen is so good at storytelling. It's absolutely fantastic. I kind of feel like the song has somewhat of a questioning element to it. And I'm not saying outright questioning, but it's very thinly veiled in terms of like, maybe not even questioning, maybe it's accusatory to a certain degree. It's almost like, you know, you want it dark. I mean, the reason I am ready is because just take a look around me. Just take a look at the suffering of this world. I'm actually okay with my mortality because if it means that this is the beautiful place, this is what was created, and I see what's happening, all the suffering around you, a lot of the times in the name of religion, then yeah, maybe I am ready to go. I'm not entirely sure if that is the angle over here, but it feels like it's the angle to a certain degree, like a very thinly veiled angle.
Paradox to blame, but it's written in the scriptures and it's not some idle claim. You want it darker, we kill the flame. Lining up the prisoners and the guards are taking aim. I struggled with some demons, they were middle class and tame. I didn't know I had permission to murder and to maim.
You see what I'm saying? It's almost accusatory. It's like, I didn't know I had permission to murder and to maim. I didn't know that this was part of this incredible creation that was created. But then again, you know what I mean, if you are, I mean, I'm not too afraid with religious doctrines to a certain degree in terms of scriptures, all right? But humanity does have free will. It doesn't mean you have to do it. You know what I mean? You've got free will, but with free will comes the other side of it, where there are sins, and with those sins, again, comes consequences at the end of the day. But we are given our own decisions, and we can do whatever we do. And yes, and we've done some crazy things on this earth. But look, I still believe that everyone's paid the price for that.
You want it darker? Hineni, Hineni, I'm ready, my lord. Magnified, sanctified be thy holy name. Vilified, crucified in the human frame. A million candles burning for the love that never came. You want it darker? We kill the flame. If you are the dealer, let me out of the game. If you are the healer, I'm broken and lame.
If you are the dealer, then let me out of the game, right? Because you're controlling the game. But if you are the healer, then he's like, I'm broken and lame. I'm confessing to you. So I'm broken and lame. I'm ready to go, right? And if you are the dealer, then let me out of this game. So it's like you were the creator of all of this, right? You're the one that deals out all of these blessings and what can also be seen as not blessings. So again, it comes across as a bit accusatory to a certain degree, where it's like, if this is the best that this beautiful humanity that was created by you can do, then maybe I fold, and let me step out. And also on the flip side of that, if you are the healer, then I am broken and lame. You know, you've made your point. Let me come and get healed. So, yeah.
If you are the healer, I'm broken and lame. If thine is the glory, mine must be the shame. You want it darker? Hineni, Hineni.
I'm not entirely sure if he's saying like us as in terms of you, or like he's speaking to like us, are kind of breaking the fourth wall to a certain degree, saying you want it darker, in terms of humanity wants it darker, or is it he's talking to God where he's saying you want it darker for some odd reason, right? You want this world to get even darker. I'm not entirely sure. Or if he says you want it darker in terms of death, right? Where he's speaking about the way he sees his own death. It's like you want it darker. It's kind of like saying you want to be you want out. It's basically like you talk about the dealer. It's like you want out of this dark place at the end of the day. So as dark as this is, I'd rather go darker, which means just not existing at all, right? Because of how hectic the suffering is on this planet. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure how to extrapolate that. I mean, I guess you can think about that in many different ways.
I'm ready, my lord.
song. I really like Leonard Cohen's storytelling style because it does come across as storytelling, which I think is fantastic. There's nothing too heavy about it, right? But the lyrics are very, very powerful, and it's always, from what I've heard, even from his other tracks, is that the instrumentation in that is very beneath the lyrics. So it's kind of like, how to explain it? It's they're quite subtle, the instrumentation. It's almost like the storytelling takes precedence over the entire track, and he wants to come across with a very clear message when he is singing. So this actually was more like spoken word to a certain degree, as opposed to actually singing it himself. In terms of singing himself, it came across more as spoken words instead of as like singing to a certain degree. It's almost like he was storytelling over an instrumental piece. Beautiful, man, absolutely beautiful. So I like the way he writes. I think it's absolutely fantastic, and it's always like, it's also very calm music to listen to. I can play this in the background easy, and I'd really enjoy it. So you guys let me know what you think down below, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.